Hi, I'm Dr. Peyton Wolf of Mile High Physical Therapy, and I'm here today with Tom and Judy Sirokman. They are both nurse anesthetists, and they have been here in Denver with their careers for the last 35 years. And Tom is one of my first patients that I've used StimPod with. And just tell me a little bit about first your career here in Denver as a nurse anesthetist.
As a nurse anesthetist, I've worked at several facilities, have an independent practice in pain management and GI setting, and now retired.
And how about you, Judy?
I worked at Swedish Medical Center for 30 years, and I also worked independently in the mountains and with pain management patients. And now I'm about to retire.
Nice. Well, we're going to talk about stem pod today. Tom was one of the first patients that I've had use this, and he's been using it for about 2 weeks now. And tell me about what you experienced the first time that you used it.
First time I used it, I had peripheral neuropathy and in my feet, and I had um, pain, tingling, numbness. And after the first time, I noticed a really significant change. Uh, Less pain, less numbness. The tingling really decreased dramatically, and it was a good sensation. It was a positive result, and I've been using it now for about 2 weeks, and things have just continually gotten better um, and better with the use of this.
And Tom, I'm going to go back to that first time that we used it. Did it for about 15 minutes on your left leg and about 15 minutes on your right leg. And tell me about like what percentage better you think it was on the right and left legs just after that first time.
On my left leg, I got probably about 40% better. On my right leg, I got 20% better. And I think the biggest thing was the sensory changes that I saw.
And how about functionally? Now you've been using it for about 2 weeks, just things you've noticed day to day around the house.
Just easier to get around, just from the standpoint. I not always worried about my foot, appropriate perception of where it's at. I can move my feet more. Um, I hate to,
Mentioned going up and down the stairs, that was a little bit easier. Can you tell me about that?
yeah, I'm what I'd call a wall hugger when I go up and down the stairs, and now I have better sensation of where my feet are placed on the stairs, and I'm just using the handrail just slightly as I need it.
So, Tom, have you noticed that you're a little bit happier now as well?
Oh yes, definitely an improvement. But the one thing I've noticed that it's not going to cure this problem, but it's really making it um, m- much easier to get along, and um, it's just a vast improvement.
And Judy, what have you noticed as changes that Tom's reported from StimBot?
Um, he's much more stable on his feet when we go walking and when he walks the dog, and just a whole change of his attitude. A chronic pain patient um, is a lack of a better, sad some of the times. And Tom, his attitude has just changed. Is bright, happier that he's able to walk without looking so much at his feet. Taking walks and just being around the house, like you said, up and down the stairs. Everything just, and every time he uses the stimulator, he comes back with more ideas on how to use it, or he researches the nerve fibers, and he's just very, very excited about what has happened so far, and looking forward to the future of more walking and hiking.
So, on a scale from 0 to 10, if 0 is nothing and 10 is a major change, what number would you say as far as changes that you've experienced from StimBot?
I'd say on a scale of 1 to 10, it's a 9 or 10. I mean, it's made a significant change. I'm able to, function and um, just being able to get around a lot easier and safer.
Would you recommend it to someone if they had peripheral neuropathy, numbness or tingling or pain in their arms or legs?
Oh, I think this is definitely a mode of treatment that needs to be addressed.
And Judy, would you recommend the stem pod to a friend or family member?
Um, well, Dr. Wolf, we already have. You've recommended one of our neighbors to you, and he's had 3 treatments. And both him and his wife are so impressed. Less pain, less numbness and tingling. He was using the cane for a while. I believe he's coming off of that. They're ecstatic on how well he is doing and are just really happy about the treatment.
Well, thank you for that. I really appreciate it. And thank you both for coming here to talk about this. I really appreciate you sharing your experience with StemPod. And I hope that we can help other people and anyone that's listening to this. Hopefully, we can help you out to reduce the pain, numbness, and tingling in your legs, help you improve your balance, and help you do things throughout the day that make it easier for you to function. And Judy, if you were to name one or two things you think it's helped him with the most, what would you say?
I would say his attitude and enjoyment of life now. Before he was always hurting when he was walking and didn't want to go out. And we're going to go to the mountains in a few days and we're going to go hiking, cautiously hiking. But I think before that would have been something that he would have been real hesitant about doing. And now he's able to go out and enjoy it and try different things.
So if you were to name like 3 or 4 things you think it's helped you with the most, what would you say?
I think there's been improvement in about 80%, especially in the pain, tingling, numbness. I'm more sure of myself when I go up and down the stairs, go outside, walk the dog. I think my attitude has changed in that I'm more willing to get up and to move around and just get, it's not an excuse anymore. I feel more confident.
So thanks again for taking the time to be here today. If anyone out there listening to this and you have numbness or tingling or pain in your arms and legs, medication or surgery has not helped, don't hesitate to reach out to us. We can be easily reached at our website at milehighphysicaltherapy.com, or you can call us at 303-856-3299. You're located here in Denver. We've been here since 2001. You're at 495 Uinta Way in Suite 110 at zip code 80230. Look forward to see you soon.